Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Anne. In this video, I'll be doing my swatches and initial review of my Kuretake Gansai Tambi Graphite Colors palette. So here's the front side. And here is the back side. So the paints are encased in this very sturdy plastic packaging and cardboard box storage. So this palette consists of 6 colors, and like the other Kuretake Gansai Tambi paints, it comes in this large paint pans. And at the bottom of the pans, the reference numbers and paint names have already been printed, which I find immensely helpful because the colors are quite dark and it's hard to tell which is which. I actually had a mishap when I was doing my second swatch. So here you can see that the paint names and numbers are also provided on the storage box. So I'm going to do my first swatch on my sketchbook of swatches. So I drew some rock shapes, or what I think rocks looks like. So first I needed to write down the paint names or whatever paint information that is available to me. So whenever I do my initial swatch, I always lay them down how they were originally placed on the palette or storage box. So here I was just doing a bit of cleanup, erasing pencil lines that are still visible to me. So to prep for my sketching, I have my clean water and a cup for my dirty water. So here I have a couple of brushes. One is this nylon brush from Daiso and a number 1 quill brush from Simi-Art. So for the first color, we have Graphite Red. So as you can see, I did not pre-wet any of the paints because from experience, I find that Gansai Tambi paints do not need pre-activation. Okay, so to me personally, this sort of reminds me of a Potter's Pink or a Perylene Maroon-ish vibes, but definitely less brown. I do not own either color, but from watching hundreds of swatch videos, this is what it gives me. But if you own those 2 colors and you feel differently about it, please let us know and comment down below. And also, the diluted wash of this paint is so pretty, a muted dusty pink shade. I'm very smitten with this light wash. Here next, we have Graphite Yellow. Looking at this color on the pan, it looks like an olive green. It is easy to say that these paints are nicely pigmented. So Graphite Yellow, this color gives me like a mossy greenish yellow shade. Very close to like a old antique, very vintage-ish type of greenish yellow. And I feel like this color will be very useful for landscape scenes. So the third one from this palette is called Graphite Green. Right off the bat, this color reminds me of a perylene green shade. I feel like this will be perfect for misty green forests paintings, because this one is a very dark, cool green color. So weirdly to me, this color looks muted and bright at the same time. It kind of makes me think of a black emerald. I personally think that this is such a beautiful mix. And now we have Graphite Blue. So this one, it is a pretty color, it's beautiful, but it's not that unique to me. This one reminds me a lot of a Payne's gray color with strong blue undertones. Although the color isn't that unique, it is still a welcomed color in any of my palettes. And second to the last, we have Graphite Violet. Out of all the 6 paints included in this set, this is the only one that has 4 pigments. To me, this color, straight up, it looks like a purplish black. So this one I feel like can be used for shadows and for a twilight sky.
But remember, don't hesitate to call on me for anything. Like you said, a human being, I'm going to make you take that chance. Things have been different for me ever since I met Hildy. I've never met anyone quite like her.
And so for the last color, this is Graphite Brown. So this one is a very muted dark brown color. So this one is close to a sepia color, but not as dark. This one I think would be perfect for those who are into landscapes, painting rock formations, dark trees. This is a beautiful color to have. And now here's a closer look of the freshly made swatches. So for my second swatch, I'll be swatching this on a 180 GSM watercolor paper. Okay, so here I just drew some glass bottles. And please excuse me, I'm not an artist. I'm not a professional artist, so please excuse the crude drawings. So first up, we have Graphite Brown. So earlier I mentioned I made a mistake, and this is where it happened. Initially, I put down Graphite Red, so I was able to catch myself, and I corrected it right away. So again, this is Graphite Brown with reference number 270. The pigments are PBK10, which is Graphite Black, and PR101, which is synthetic red iron oxide. By the way, I just want to mention that all of these paints have great dispersion. Next, we have Graphite Green. Reference number is 250 with pigments PBK10, Graphite Black, and PG7, which is phthalo green. So now here I'd like to share with you my initial review about these graphite colors from Kuretake. So first I want to say how I love the performance of these paints. And personally for me, I love moody colors. To me, they are very beautiful. That's why I do like the mixes of the Graphite Black with the other colors included in this palette. So it wouldn't be surprising that in the future, I might repurchase this whole set. And I think maybe they could make a new set with different mixes. I'm not gonna hold my breath though. Now here we have Graphite Blue. Reference number 260 with pigments Graphite Black and PB29, Ultramarine. Since I've already mentioned how I love these paints, I'm already contemplating whether I should move this into smaller paint pans. What do you guys think? Okay, so because honestly, I find that I'm not eager to use my Kuretaki paints because of the large boxes and pans, as they take up so much space on my laptop table. Most of the time, I find it inconvenient to use when I do short painting sessions. So maybe if you find a depotting paint pan sort of type of video in the future, don't be too surprised. And next, this is Graphite Yellow. Reference number 240 with pigments Graphite Black and PY55, which is Diarylide Yellow AAPT. also wanted to mention that these paints are quite forgiving because I did have multiple mistakes while I was painting these glass bottles, and I was able to fix them while the paint was still wet. So this one is Graphite Red, which is the one I mistook for Graphite Brown earlier. Reference number is 230 with pigments Graphite Black and 73263-37-3, which is Scarlet 215. Okay, so with this bottle design, at first I was planning to add some details, but I did not go through with it. I abandoned the idea because I knew I wasn't going to wait for the paint to dry while recording this video. And the last color, but definitely not the least, is Graphite Violet. Reference number is 261 with pigments Graphite Black, PV23, which is Dioxazine Violet, BR12, which is Basic Red, and PB1, Victoria Blue. Okay, so I thought that this might be significant. I found out that the last three pigments from this color is also the same pigments of their Cobalt Violet from Kuretake. So it might be that this color is the combination of Graphite Black and Cobalt Violet. For a bit of contrast, I added Graphite Red to Graphite Violet for the ribbon color. And now here's a closer look of the freshly painted swatches. Okay, so I watched a lot of reviews about these graphite colors. Since I didn't see a lot of granulation on my previous swatches, I wanted to test this out using a bit of a smoother watercolor paper. Wow, and just look at that beautiful granulation from these paints. Now here's a closer look of the used paint pans. So as you can see that the Graphite Yellow is the only one that has a bit of a color shift. I just think that maybe it is due to the yellow pigment. And now here's a closer look of the dried swatches. And there's not a whole lot of color shift, I think. Again, these are such beautiful pigmented colors and the granulation are just beautiful, at least to me. So here next I will be showing you some still pictures I took under LED lighting. We've been experiencing some heavy rains this past few days. I think it's been over a week and I am unable to take pictures under room natural lighting. Okay, so now to round things up, these are such beautiful colors, very pigmented. A little goes a long way. If you are into moody type of aesthetic with watercolors, please give this a go because you're gonna love it, because I did love it. But light fastness wise, I can't say anything about it. I'm not sure how light fast these paints are going to be. Okay, so that is going to be it for my Kuretake Gansai Tambi Graphite colors initial review and swatches. I'll see you on the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and take care guys, and goodbye for now.